The Eagle Square, Abuja, the federal capital of Nigeria, bounced back to life again as the People's Democratic Party (PDP) made good its promise to hold its non-elective convention, despite last-minute attempts from some quarters to stop the event from holding. The very impressive assemblage of members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) from all the 36 states and the FCT at the non-elective convention of the party, among whom were many members who were in opposition camps of the party, before the Supreme Court ruling in favor of the Makarfi-led caretaker committee of the party, is a bold and firm affirmation of the fact that the People's Democratic Party has indeed decided to put behind it the bitter memories of the past and bring all members together to forge a stronger and more cohesive party, whose ultimate goal is to regain power at the center and in all the states previously directly under the watch of the People's Democratic Party in 2019. Politicians from other political parties were spotted who were ostensibly romancing the People's Democratic Party with a view to joining Africa's largest political party. It will be recalled that Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, who is the chairman of the planning committee of the PDP NonElective Convention, had earlier indicated that the PDP will soon begin to witness a deluge of high-profile defectors from other political parties. The heavyweight attendees at the convention included former President Goodluck Jonathan, his vice, Architect Mohammed Namadi Sambo, former President of the Senate, Senator David Mark, former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, governors of PDP-controlled states, and past governors, past and serving members of the National Assembly, as well as past members of the Federal Executive Council. The non-elective convention of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), which took place at the Eagle Square, was not devoid of the excitement and grand fanfare which have been the hallmark of all conventions organized by the People's Democratic Party. However, major pronouncements were also made about the future of the party going forward, with sights set on 2019. The tenure of the National Caretaker Committee members of the People's Democratic Party, headed by Senator Ahmed Makarfi, has been extended by 4 months to end by 12th of December 2017. The state executive committees of the PDP, not properly constituted, were dissolved. The states include Anambra, Adamawa, Borno, Kebbi, Lagos, Ogun, and Osun states. They were dissolved because of the failure of the different warring groups to agree to have an executive. The National Caretaker Committee has been empowered by the convention to set up caretaker committees in those states until proper congresses are conducted. The motion was sponsored by Governor Ibrahim Dakwambo of Gombe State and seconded by Governor Okezie Victor Ekpazu of Abia State.
I am here to move the motion to dissolve the executive committees of the party in Adamawa, Borno, Kebbi, Kwara, Lagos, Ogun, and Osun states, and authorizing the setting up of caretaker committees in the states by the National Caretaker Committee of the People's Democratic Party, moved at the National Convention of the party held in Abuja on the 12th day of August 2017. 2. Authorize the National Caretaker Committee to set up the caretaker committees for the party in Adamawa, Borno, Kebbi, Kwara, Lagos, Ogun, and Osun states. 3. Mandate the National Caretaker Committee to hold congresses at all levels for the party in Adamawa, Borno, Kebbi, Kwara, Lagos, Ogun, and Osun states within 3 months. I so moved.
I, Dr. Okezie Victor Ekpazu of Abia State, hereby second the motion ably moved by my brother, Dr. Ibrahim Hassan Dakwambo of Gombe. I so second.
A separate motion for the dissolution of the Anambra Parallel Executive Committee was sponsored by the Governor of Rivers State, Chief Nyesom Wike, and seconded by former Women Affairs Minister Hajia Mariam Ina Chiroma.
Governor of Rivers State moved that this special non-elective National Convention of the People's Democratic Party resolves as follows. 1. Ratify the decision of the National Caretaker Committee dissolving fractional executive committees of the party at all levels in Anambra State and setting up caretaker committees at all levels for the state. 2. Mandate the National Caretaker Committee to organize and hold congresses at all levels of the party in Anambra State as soon as possible. I so move.
I, Inna Mariam Chiroma, rise to second the motion so ably moved by my dear brother, His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State, Barrister Nyesom Wike, CON. I so second.
The motion for the extension of the tenure of the National Caretaker Committee of the People's Democratic Party PDP, headed by Senator Ahmed Makarfi, which was moved by Senator Godswill Akpabio and seconded by former Jigawa State Governor Alhaji Sule Lamido, was to give them enough time to organize an elective convention where national officers of the party would be elected.
By name, Godswill Akpabio, Commander of the Order of the Niger, and by the grace of my colleagues, the Senate Minority Leader, now move that this special non-elective National Convention of the People's Democratic Party should resolve, and hereby resolve as follows. Extend the tenure of the National Caretaker Committee headed by Alhaji Ahmed Makarfi by 4 months from effective date of 12th day of August 2017 to enable it in conjunction and in consultation with the National Executive Committee of the party organize an elective national convention which will also deal with constitutional amendments and other critical issues. Distinguished ladies and distinguished delegates, I so move.
Do hereby stand to second the motion as moved and ordered by my brother, His Excellency, former Governor of Abuja, and now a minor minority. I so second.
The non-elective convention of the PDP was formally called to order by the chairman of the planning committee of the convention, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State.
Today, let it be known to all Nigerians who prayed for us during a time of travail that PDP is back with a bang. We shall not disappoint Nigerians. No doubt the last 2 years have been the greatest test that a great party has faced. The loss of the 2015 presidential election, the gale of defections that ensued, and the leadership crisis that factionalized the party were enough to sink the PDP ship. That the party survived this baptism of fire is an eloquent testimony to the resiliency of its grassroots structure, organization, and appeal. Ours is a party firmly anchored to the grassroots, connected to the people in a unique way that recognizes that power truly belongs to the people. We are rebounding back. We must realize that there is a champion in each and every one of us in the party, and that the collective leadership and partnership resolve to do things right is all that we need to build strength to recapture power. We cannot shy away from the fact that there are lessons to be learned also. For with our defeat at the presidential election, the loss of many states at the governorship election, and the slide into minority in the National Assembly, came the sobering lesson that the PDP has become a victim of its own success. As leaders, We must read the times and take responsibility. We must condition our hearts for a new beginning. We must root out the past mistakes and model the right attitudes. It is time for self-examination and a return to what is right. To build a solid team, we must be warm and inviting, and the love for impunity and exclusion must cease. There must be integrity and discipline in our democratic system and at all levels of governance. And we must put to fore those things that add value to the growth of our party.
In his address, the national chairman of the PDP Caretaker Committee, Senator Ahmed Makarfi, saluted the judiciary for standing firm in defense and support of democracy by its courageous verdict that finally brought sanity to the PDP and its refusal to be arm-twisted by some people who made last-minute attempts to stop the convention. Senator Ahmed Makarfi used the auspicious platform to prepare the minds of Nigerians for the kind of governance the rejuvenated PDP will bequeath to Nigerians in 2019.
Today is a happy day for not just me, not just PDP, but for Nigerians. Today is a further affirmation that PDP is government in watching, God willing. Today is a beginning of building upon the foundation that was laid long ago. PDP is a political party. It's not an alliance. PDP is a family and blood related. Blood related in the sense that we mean well for Nigerians. What we say in the daytime is what we are going to say in the afternoon, is what we are going to say at night. If you wake up from sleep, what you will hear from us will not be different from what you will hear from us when we are wide awake. Because we are prepared, we are experienced, we've seen it all, we've gone through a lot, we will learn a lot, and we intend to do a lot for Nigerians.
If given the chance by Nigerians, the PDP will introduce a students' loan scholarship to alleviate the suffering of students and their parents. Senator Ahmed Makarfi said the People's Democratic Party PDP is joining all Nigerians to pray for the speedy recovery of President Muhammadu Buhari because he would want him to be in office when the APC will be ousted from power in 2019.
We mean well for our president. We will continue to pray for his full recovery. We want him to be fit and unfit when we will defeat the APC government come 2019. We will continue to pray for him, but that doesn't mean we will go to sleep. We will work hard to replace the APC government come 2019, God willing. Nigerians may wonder, what has PDP got? Well, what are you getting now? Are you not hungry? Are you not jobless? Are you not unsecured? My God. Pray for PDP to come back. This will be history.
The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Mr. Peter Ayo Fayoshe of Ekiti State, who was surrounded by his colleague governors from all the PDP-controlled states, congratulated the Makarfi-led PDP Caretaker Committee for saving Nigerians from those he called the hijackers of good governance. He was happy to see reunited, reinvigorated PDP members in their numbers at the convention. Fayoshe regretted that Nigerians were deceived into voting for the All Progressives Congress (APC). He therefore called on the PDP to rise to the occasion to take up the challenge.
This arena is a testimony of what is happening in Nigeria. The PDP is now a religion, a belief that we are going back to our villa. I'm going there. I don't know how many of you will be ready to follow me, but I'm going to the villa. We make mistakes. Our ability to correct that mistake is the one that is important. We fell and we are bound to rise. It is time to rise. Arise and shine. PDP, arise and shine. And let your light be seen by men. We align ourselves as governors of this party with this party. We will stand up for the party. We will support the party. We will be available for the party. Going forward, this party will overcome our challenges. Shake the man next to you. Say congratulations for 2019. Shake somebody next to you. Congratulations for 2019. So when you come to the villa, I will receive you warmly. God bless you and thank you very much.
Past ministers who served under President Goodluck Jonathan and members of the National Assembly of both the Senate and House of Reps gave a resolute endorsement to all the resolutions reached at the non-elective convention of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and pledged to support the party. All the resolutions agreed upon at the PDP non-elective convention were read by Professor Jerry Ghana, member of the Board of Trustees of the PDP.
I, Professor Jerry Ghana, Commander of the Niger, move that this special non-elective national convention of the People's Democratic Party resolve as follows. 1. Ratify, confirm executive committees, structures of the party at all levels in state and geopolitical zones where congresses have been concluded without prejudice to the powers conferred on all relevant party organs at all levels by the constitution of the party with respect to discipline. Thus, zonal chapters, North Central, Chairman Theophilus Dakas Sham, Northeast, Chairman Ambassador Emmanuel Njua, Northwest, Senator Ibrahim Kazaure, Southeast, Chief Austin Umahi, South-South, Chief Emmanuel Ogidi, and Southwest, Dr. Eddie Olafesho. Accordingly, secondly, to authorize the publication of the foregoing to serve as notice to the whole world. Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, I so move.
In the address of the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, who was flanked by his former deputy, Architect Mohammed Namadi Sambo, and other members of the PDP Board of Trustees, he began by stating that all the policies initiated by his administration brought a lot of economic advantage to Nigerians, with a very strong team that brought about focused leadership through sectoral and institutional reforms, which impacted positively on the fundamentals for growth, especially in the last 4 years of his administration and stay in power.
PDP! PDP! Power to the people! Power to the youth! Power to the women! Power to the elders! Power to Nigeria! PDP! The PDP is indeed back to reclaim its prime position as a party to lead Nigeria to greatness. As a human institution, we cannot claim to be perfect, no. But obviously, as a political party, our accomplishments up to 2015 are clear for everybody to see. Our giant development strides are there for all Nigerians to see. There is ample evidence to demonstrate that our party has indeed proved to be a party of vision and accomplishment.
As I said before, when I addressed our party leaders in April in an attempt to resolve our crisis, that we in the PDP are doing very well. And the elections we conducted in this country, especially from 2011, 2015, general elections and other elections, senatorial governorship elections, were accepted globally, that they met global standards. Because PDP is a party that wants to place Nigeria globally to compete favorably with other countries. We don't look back and we have done well.
Former President Jonathan said during his time, inflation was tamed at a single digit. Price stability was maintained. Dr. Goodluck Jonathan said that his administration built Nigeria's economy to become the largest economy in Africa, with a GDP of more than $500 billion. In fact, Nigeria was the #1 foreign direct investment destination in Africa. We sought the opinions of members of the People's Democratic Party on the way forward, since the party has regained its groove again.
Also, even on the economic front, we provided focused leadership through institutional and sectoral reforms, which impacted positively on the fundamentals for growth, especially in the last 4 years of our time in power. The fact was that we tamed inflation at a single digit, maintained price stability, grew the economy to become the largest in Africa, with a GDP of over $500 billion US, and the #1 foreign direct investment destination in the continent. And people, I read the papers, and people always want to diminish PDP. It's difficult to beat us. You cannot beat us. And I tell us PDP members that from the days of Obasanjo to the days of Yar'Adua to Jonathan, we have done well. Nobody should intimidate you. And I want to give you a simple example. Example that all of us here know, because you don't need to be an economist or an engineer to know. In 2012, all of you know we witnessed the largest flood that no Nigerian alive has ever seen. And the bulk of the food we eat in this country is produced along the floodplains of the River Niger and the River Benue. And all these floodplains were devastated. More than 50% of our farmlands were devastated. And the whole world was alarmed, not just Nigerians, that if a country as populous as Nigeria will have no food to eat, the world will be in crisis. Then some businessmen came to me that Mr. President, please give us waiver to import rice into this country so that prices of food will be stable, so that our men and women will not starve. I told people to come and see me the following day for us to discuss. Then I sent for my Minister of Agriculture. I told the minister that some people don't want Nigerians to starve and they want waiver to import rice. And the minister said no. That we have the capacity to take care of our people. That we have enough grains in our grain reserve. We'll bring them out to stabilize the market, and we'll go in for dry season farming, and before we exhaust our grains, we'll be harvesting. Did we see food price increase in 2012? Did we see food price increase in 2012? We had a major natural disaster. Still, food prices were stable under the PDP.
BOS and Biscan TV Politics will keep a constant tab on the goings-on in the PDP and keep you adequately posted on the trending issues in the PDP and on the very vibrant political environment of Nigeria.